don't know if y'all saw this game last night. Knicks Pistons. Weird. The Pistons dismantled the #2 team in the East. They beat them by, let me do the math. Oh my God, 31 points. That's out of control. Kate Cunningham with 29. Jalen Brunson had 25. 0 assists, 6
Big guard.
That's an odd one. Ivy with 16 off the bench. But that's not what we talk about, right? So the Knicks lost 4 straight. The bigger news of all of that is I think 7 or 8 months after Tom Thibodeau was fired by the New York Knicks, the owner, James Dolan, finally went out and said some words out loud. He was on New York radio yesterday, and he said, which is a weird timing, by the way, he believes the Knicks can win a title with that group, so no giant changes are to be expected. And then, hours later, they go out, and that game happens. So, Boogie, I'll start with you. Do you agree? Can the Knicks win as constructed, or do they have to make a change?
I'm not sure.
Oh, no.
I mean,
Knicks hater.
you know, I'm the official Knicks hater.
You really are.
You finally took them last night, and they got
That's what I'm saying.
absolutely
so
mopped.
One of the biggest things about, you know, the season is obviously consistency. I think they've been a consistent team as of all the way up until recently. I don't know. One day this team looks like they could be the top in the East, and the next day it looks like they take, 2 steps back. I'm gonna have to say no. I don't think this group can win a championship. I think they'll be a really, really good, competitive team regular season.
Well, what would they need? Like, let's say no rules, right? Who would you put?
I think they need one more go-to guy.
Okay.
To take some pressure off Brunson. I think a lot of pressure is on Brunson, every night to deliver it. It's almost like if he doesn't score 25 or 30, you know what I'm saying, they're not the best version of themselves. I think that's a lot of pressure for a smaller guard. I just think they need another piece in that starting lineup to kind of help them get over that hump, just to carry that scoring load. Obviously, I think they're a really, really good defensive team, but I just think they're one piece away, one piece.
I think they stay put just given the landscape of the Eastern Conference, how the Pistons kind of came out of nowhere, the Cavs struggles early. It's wide open still. So I do feel like they think today, no matter what happened last night, they can still be the best team in the Eastern Conference and they can come out of the Eastern Conference. Now you look at Karl-Anthony Towns, he's averaging 21 this year, 24 last year, 53 from the field last year, 47 this year. And there was obviously the comment that he made in training camp going, he's not sure of his role. And it was like 2 days before the season started.
That was odd, yep.
Which we thought was weird. And I don't think there's a reason to panic. They're still 10 games over 500. They're still going to get home court in the Eastern Conference. They still have a little bit of everything. And they also have assets that I think would be attractive to other teams to go and maybe shop a little bit. But as a championship, I don't know. I think the championship's going to come out of the Western Conference this year, and I think that's pretty obvious. But I think they have enough here to compete. I think they have enough here to come out of the Eastern Conference still, although they just got absolutely smacked last night by Detroit.
I mean,
they just, I don't know exactly what they're missing, because on paper they have a little bit of everything. They have versatile wings.
I think they need another scorer.
I thought Jordan Clarkson would kind of have more impact off the bench.
They're playing a lot of guys.
Kolick, they're playing a little deeper. Kolik's been kind of surprisingly nice. The kid Yubusele, he's not playing at all, and he was great this summer. So
he played the Spurs game.
They have enough here, I think. It's just, I think Karl-Anthony Towns has got to get going. He's got to be that dominant force he once was.
Okay, so the standings, Lou, it's kind of fun. I mean, I know it's super early, but it's still fun to sort of watch the hopscotching. Here we go. They now fall. They are now below Boston.
Look at Boston.
No one. I don't care if you say you did, you're lying. Let's just go ahead and take a long look into the future. Tatum's coming back. So are we looking at a world where we're really going to have the Celtics atop the Eastern Conference after all of that drama?
Well, with all due respect, we got to respect who's there right now. Detroit is there, and they got a 3.5 game lead on that team. So we like where the Celtics are. We know what they're made of. We know what they're capable of, and we had our doubts when Jason Tatum went out. They've proven to us we're doing just fine, and let us get him back. We're gonna be back on top of the East like we've always been. Like we've been that team. And so if I'm New York and I'm looking around, I like where I stand, because at this point it looks like a 3-team race, right? Like you can throw Toronto in that mix, but to me it largely looks like it's going to be Detroit, the Celtics, and the Knicks. Those are going to be the 3 teams to duke it out to come out of the East. So if I'm the New York Knicks and I'm looking around, I'm gonna keep my group and I'm gonna stay still, but I'm also peeking at the way that Boston has been able to put themselves back into this conversation as well. And so now, we're looking at scheduling, we're looking at strategy and teams being strategic, because that's what it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to those 3 teams. I don't know if the Celtics go and get Detroit, especially not the way that they just played last night. If Detroit keeps rolling how they played last night, they're the realistic team that's going to come out of the East. But Boston is a scary team to face, and they're gonna do a lot of damage if they can get Jason Tatum back in any capacity at some point in the season.
Love it.
Yeah.
Detroit or nothing. I love that so much. No, that you're good? You
On
agree with
Detroit,
everything?
yeah.
By the way, it's very vintage. I like the Detroit-Boston mix
It's-
will be the battle.
It's just crazy what Detroit's doing. Honestly, I said this, a couple weeks ago. I think it's the least talented team I've ever seen be a number 1 seed. So this far through the season. And Cade Cunningham, we were talking about it. Said outside of SGA, I don't know another guard we would take over Cade.
This was
There's
a
some
battle
really good
for
ones.
us,
I think they're the best.
And there's some good
right
ones.
now.
But think about it. A 6'7", 6'8" point guard who averages 10 assists, who's one of the best closers, who defends. Like, it's ridiculous how big of a leap he's had. It's ridiculous how much success JB Bickerstaff. I mean, this guy's going to be unanimous runaway coach of the year at this point. Like, the turnaround that he's made there, it's just insane. They're tough. They defend. And then they have a top 5, top 7 NBA player in Cade Cunningham. Like, it's unbelievable.
It's a good spot.
And Jaden Ivey's starting to come back. You see, he had 16 last night. This was without Jalen Duren, and Tobias Harris has been banged up. So they're not even whole yet, and they're still so dominant.
That was crazy last night, Boogie. Anything you want to add to that?
I mean, I can't disagree with anything Chandler said. The head of the snake is Cade Cunningham. He's making a real case for himself this season. The conversation was, it started off with who we thought was the best guard in the East. And, obviously Jalen Brunson is having an incredible year. But when you think about, the production on both sides of the floor and what's being brought to the game, you can't ignore what Cade Cunningham is doing. He's averaging close to 27 a game, almost 10 assists a game. He's rebounding the ball. He's defending on the other side of the floor. Like, I mean, you can't ask for more. So outside of, Shea, this is the best guard in the league to me, and he's showing it every night.
He does everything these other guards do, but he's bigger and defends better.
My favorite part of last night was as they're going into the half, Jalen Brunson took a heave at the buzzer and he blocked it at the half court. And I just thought it was funny. I was like, all right, Cade Cunningham, I see you. Not playing around last night. We're going to take a quick break. Another game happened last night with an equally shocking result. We'll get to that one next.
Run it up, run it back, run it up, run it back, yeah.